Well, hello YouTube. The sun's come out. Just in time for my 100 subs celebration. I don't know what to say. I'm so blown away about all those that have subbed to my channel. I know I'm not very good. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to be a better person. I've left the house today trying to be in a much more optimistic and not quite such a harsh mood. However, again, the quality of driving in the town I live in has kind of put pays to that. I've already nearly fucking yelled at one person once who, just because I'm a motorcycle, decided that the right-of-way didn't apply and tried to force me off the road. I will add that clip to it. But yeah, same old really. It's I gotta admit, it's a particular bugbear of mine. Just because they literally make the concept, they see you coming and go, oh, it's only a bike. So, you know, if I was in a car, and admittedly this is a big old bike and I am a fuck, so I'm not much fucking narrower than a car, to be honest. So I don't see why they decide that I don't deserve the right amount of fucking space. So it is something that I will probably go overboard at yelling at people for, but I make no fucking apologies for it. Oh, I hate these roundabouts. Nice car. These roundabouts are the worst in Swindon for being absolutely covered in diesel. I mean, literally, if you could smell, hey, you wouldn't want to smell what's in my helmet, but you can literally smell the fucking diesel on this roundabout. It absolutely stinks of it. This one as well. The worst culprits are the buses, because at the garage they fill their tanks to the frigging brim and then send them out onto the roads of Swindon, and you can see every fucking bus you go past where the diesel cap is. You can see all the fuel running down the side of the buses. Every time they go around one of those roundabouts, they are dumping litres of this shit. But no one seems to give a fuck. But then again, no one gives a fuck on the roads anyway these days. Oh, come on. Why are you indicating that way if you're going straight ahead? You're in a dedicated lane. Fucking move. Well, today, in honour of the nice weather, I thought I would actually take us out for a little jaunt. Not something I normally do. But as I've reached my 100 sub target, really, I mean, people say, oh, it spreads exponentially. So, when it takes a while to hit 100 and then it takes off through recommendations. To be, I'm more than happy with 100. In fact, I've got a spare. I've got 101 subs, so I can afford to lose one. But I'm absolutely made up. I mean, it really wasn't that long ago that I'm sat watching these guys on YouTube, Leadpin, Snowcat. I mean, Leadpin was my first I found. I didn't even know this vlogging thing existed, let alone the fact that there was a community. So to feel part of that, I'm absolutely made up with it. I could not be happier. I mean, I've got some stickers made, so at least I don't have to keep sending those key rings out. Unless people want the key rings, I'm more than happy to send them. If anything, they actually cost me less to make than the key ring, the stickers. But I mean, I'm putting together a sticker board, because some of you guys, you'll notice that you sent me stickers and they're not on the tank. Skeggy Cruiser, Calm Biker. I do apologise, but your stickers are huge. So what I'm actually doing is I've been to B&Q this morning and picked up a large board. So I'm actually going to make a sticker board to run in tandem with what's on the tank. And the ones that I've got on the tank, I'm going to have to get duplicates of in order to stick them on the board as well. So I do apologise for that if you guys have sent me stickers thinking they were going to be on the tank. But I haven't got the room. I haven't got the room for those massive stickers. And they're brilliant, don't get me wrong. I mean, even looking at mine, mine's quite a large sticker. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, no feet, no feet, no feet. Yeah, right. I mean, big shout out to the other guys, especially us from the Grey Isle. I said it before and I'll say it again. I think us British vloggers, we have to work hard. Oh fuck, what the fuck? If you come, I mean, I'm not slagging you off, but if you're from Southern California, you can go riding anytime. Even today, I mean, the sun's out, it looks great on video. It's fucking freezing. I'm wearing my summer gloves like a fucking dickhead. And already my arthritis in my knuckles is playing up. Now I know I'm going to get the fair weather biker. But the thing was, I used to ride a bike all year round in my youth. Up until I was sort of 30 years old. I used to ride a sports bike no matter what the weather. And hence why now I have problems with my knuckles and my knees. I suffer from arthritis, especially it's the tendons in the back of the hand that control the throttle and the clutch. I mean, my old bike had a cable clutch, and my old GS850, and there is no way on this earth I would be able to ride that now, because I just would not be able. This has got the smoothest clutch in the world. It's mouse soft, you know, and even this, after about half hour, when the weather's like this, is a bit much. But that's the price we pay. I said I'm the wrong side of 40. I've got another birthday looming, fucking brilliant. Another one of those, everyone's like, yay, happy birthday, and I'm like, just fucking die. I mean, literally, 40 is the last milestone you want to fucking celebrate. And the only reason I want to celebrate that is because of the amount of my friends over the years that never reached it. As I said before, I've led a checkered past. Drugs, alcohol, did all that in my youth. And a lot of my friends that I did it with are no longer with us. And and it's sobering. I run this like a reunion page for a pub we used to drink at when we were all in our late teens, when we were all, bikers back in the 80s. World was our oyster. Drugs were fucking everywhere. Drugs were fucking cheap. Alcohol was cheap. You could go at the pub and paying £1 a pint, you could get bladdered. You could do that 3-4 times a fucking week. Many days that I got at the pub for opening at 10:30 in the morning and didn't leave until chuck out at midnight. And because of that, I've got a lot of friends that when my daughter came along, I stopped with that. I stopped with all that bullshit. I made a choice. I didn't want to be like my father. Now, he doesn't really have the right to be called that. I refer to him as the sperm donor. He's my biological father. But frankly couldn't care less. He can pick up the phone twice a year. He only lives just up the motorway, and before anyone says, well, why don't you ring him, I've done it. And every time I ring him, I get I was just about to ring you. Every Christmas day, I used to leave it till 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon and ring him. Oh, oh, just about to ring you. So on Christmas I didn't ring him, and guess what? No fucking phone call whatsoever. So it's where it gets confusing. That's the sperm donor. He's my natural father. He lives about 65 miles that way, down the M4. Now, when I say my dad who passed, I'm referring to the guy that he was actually my stepdad, but he married my mum when I was about 3 years old, and he raised me. He was there. He did everything for me. He talked to me. So when I say my dad, I mean my stepdad, and sadly he passed in 2001. It was whenever 9/11 was. It was 3 days after that, completely unrelated. But he had a quadruple bypass, and only through his family history did we find out that his own father had died at 30 odd. So there was a congenital heart defect in the family, but they had that kind of family where they didn't discuss it. So he had a quadruple bypass, which bought him an extra 3 or 4 years, but sadly that was it. So yeah, he died very suddenly. It wasn't expected. He died the best way I think you can die, and he just had a massive heart attack and was dead before he hit the floor. So I mean, after having family that have died through cancer and shit like that, my own run-in with cancer, instantly, the second the doctor says cancer, I'm taken back to going and visiting relatives rotting away in cancer hospices. And I don't know, I mean, that's one there, the prospect. That's like a hospice. I don't know if you use the same term over in the States, but basically once you're in a hospice you don't come out. It's like an end of life. It's somewhere where you go to die, and yeah, kind of horrible. So the second cancer's mentioned, my biggest fear was that. So I mean, the difference with if you die slowly, then your family have more time to get used to it. But then that prolongs the agony and everything else. So if you die suddenly, it's harder on the family, but it's better, you know. I mean, I would hope to go that way. Like, I don't want to know, you know. I don't want to be told, oh, you've got so many months to live, blah 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 blah. Fuck that. I would rather be absolutely fine and dandy and then not be fine and dandy. So yeah, no fucking thank you. Right. This is Rawton. It used to be quite away from Swindon, but now it isn't. I'm trying to, sorry, I know I said I was going to be more upbeat, now I'm talking about hospices and cancer. I am sorry. Right, happy thoughts. Just up here on the right is a pub that used to be the biker pub many years ago. In fact, the Brunel MCC, which I used to belong to, used to have a clubhouse out the back. Right, now for you Americans, this is why I like living in Swindon. Swindon itself is a shithole. However, look, we're a mile out of Swindon, and here we are. These are the Marlborough. They're called the Marlborough Downs. Now look at that drop there. In a minute we'll pop out the other side of this. There we go. These are the Downs. I'll show you that view coming back. I'll actually pull in there, I'll show you it. And this was an old World War II aerodrome here, because we had a factory just back in Swindon that used to actually make Spitfires. And this was like a storage facility. Now, as I said, this is the Marlborough Downs. I mean, look at it. This this is a mile out of Swindon. One of the biggest town, well, probably it's bigger than most cities, to be honest, but it still has town status. But Swindon is fucking huge, and yet here we go, a mile outside. Look at this. Lovely, isn't it? I mean, you keep going on this road, you'll hit Devizes, which was the original sort of boundary, and a big sort of military place. Oh, come on, Farmer Barleymow. Around here, you'll get a lot of the, I don't know if you've heard of white horses. They go back to originally Neolithic, and they fell by the wayside, and then they were rediscovered. And the famous one is at Uffington, which is a few miles that way. There's another one over this way at a place called Wayland's Smithy, and there's a few Uffcott. I think there's 9 in total white horses around this area, and they're just giant horses carved into the side of the hills, because here it's all chalk. So when the chalk is exposed, you get a giant sort of white creature on the hill. And no one really knows what they were about. Some of them, to be honest, are Victorian fakes, because the Victorians were very good at that. Everyone wanted a folly. Everyone wanted, I mean, they would literally build ruins. You could get a guy in who would build you a wrecked castle on your land. If you could afford it, then you could have it. Quite hazy today. But, yeah, here we go. I'm trying to keep the revs quite low, because I'm trying to save fuel, frankly, because I've got a new American friend called Russell, who I talked to, and he frankly could not believe how much petrol was in this country. I'm like, I think he thought I was like getting my maths wrong. So I think he was saying they pay like $2 a gallon. Now a US gallon is 3.83 litres. So in this country we pay £1 a litre for petrol, which is about $1.50. So if you do a quick bit of maths, we're paying about $5.50 a gallon here, and that is the cheapest it has been in fucking years. I mean, we were paying up to £1.50 a litre, near as damn it, $1.48 a litre we were paying not that long ago. So, you know, it's a different world. Hey, Russell's going, he's got some really, really nice, like muscle cars and all that, and I'm like, oh fuck no, not in this, you don't see them in this country. The very rare thing, the American muscle car in this country, is because no one can afford the fuel. I mean, I remember in the 80s, there used to be Corvette Stingrays everywhere, those fiberglass jobs. But of course, our weather here, did a fuck me, bit more warning, did no good at all to a steel vehicle wrapped in fiberglass. It killed the things. Come on, fuckers! What are you fucking waiting on? wind noise there. Yeah, it's a shame it's hazy. The views from up here are amazing. Right, there's a white horse that way. You can't quite see it, unfortunately. Now there's a bend round here that if you ain't fucking ready for it, it'll fucking have you. Now in this country we get warnings, see this? Now they will put them on the mildest of bends, so you kind of get blind. You go, oh yeah, I'm fucking sure. And then you get to this bitch. Hello. Fuck's he up to? I'm not gonna go over the speed limit. White hands. Again, another one here. I think some stubborn farmer some years back said he wasn't going to sell his field, and that's why the road dogleg's like, fuck that. Or a local lord probably owned the land, so no one dared put the fucking road through it. Now, we're not that far from my actual destination today. As I said, it's quite cut. My hands are really starting to feel it already. Alright, another motorbike. You get a lot of them out here. And who can blame them on a day like this? Right, Winterbourne Moncton, village only. I would go in there and show you the village, but they don't like strangers. I know that sounds like a fucking joke. It's not. They see you hanging around, they assume you're up to no fucking good if they don't know you, and they will literally call the fucking police. Here we go, Avebury, World Heritage Site. This is the famous stone circle. Not as famous as Stonehenge, but frankly, you can take Stonehenge and ram it. I think it's fucking boring. National Trust or English Heritage, whoever the fuck has decided they own it, so you have to pay to go and fucking see it, and it's not that fucking interesting. And 9 times out of 10 they got the fucking stones fenced off, so you can't get anywhere fucking near any of it. Ooh. Now, the stone circle starts in a minute. This is the outside edge of the stone circle. So these are like, there we go, there's the stones, that's the start of them. Now you see them, they run along these lines. And there's a village smack bang in the middle of it. There you go, there's the stones. Well, that little line of stones there is called the church. And as I said, no one knows what they're for. here, look. But just another one of those, frankly, comes under the heading of weird Wiltshire. We've got loads of this shit here. People, you see these people milling around, they're not local. They will have literally come from all over the world. As I said, I had a misspent youth involving alcohol and drugs. And what we used to do was come out here in the middle of the night and basically hang around here, getting into the whole fucking trippy hippie vibe of it. And not on these ones, but you go on the other side, there's some really huge fucking stones. We used to sit on top of them and be all fucking quiet. And you get the old Japanese, back in the 80s, you used to get a lot of the Japanese tourists used to come up and have a look. And the Japanese used to get all spooked out by it. So they'd walk up to the stones and they'd all be half shitting. Oh, look how big these fuckers are, like. And the Japs would be half shitting themselves right from the off. And then what we would do was lean off the top of the stone and just go, "Morning!" They would shit. They would fucking jump out their skins. I had someone turn around and run straight into a fucking another stone full pelt. Knock themselves fucking stupid. Right, so this is disabled, and last time I come out here, I drove out here with my mum, so we parked in here with a disabled badge. Doesn't look like we can do that now. I don't know if there is motorcycle parking anywhere. I have no idea. Over there. I won't stop. This place is, I'm overdressed for it. I didn't bring any money, so there's no point. But there you go. That is AVEBURY, the famous stone circle. If you Google it, you can see aerial shots, and it's kind of cool if you're into that sort of thing. I just wanted to run out there and show you some of it. Not really in the mood for walking around. I more want to give the bike a good fucking run. It's not been out the garage in 2 weeks. It's been one of those fucking, if the weather's been good, unfortunately, as I said, I'm a carer, so I look after my disabled mother. So, on the rare occasions where the weather's been good, Mum's had hospital appointments or wanted to go shopping or take back the stuff she bought the day before, etc, etc. So, I've been busy. Oh, cow shit. And on the days where I've had the time to go out on the bike, it's fucking pissed down. So I've not really wanted to be pissing about getting wet, to be honest. I know, fair weather biker, blah, fucking blah, fucking blah. I'll tell you fuckers, I've done my fucking time. I used to ride my ZZR 1100 to fucking work through snow and fucking ice. Boss thought I was fucking crazy. I've been there, I've done it all on the bikes, and now I like to enjoy myself on the bike, and that means not fighting the wind and rain, and it's also just not as safe. As I said, I live in a place where people can't fucking drive. They don't give a fuck. They don't fucking look. And when it's wet, when it's raining, their driving goes through the fucking floor. Half of them drive around without their windscreen wipers on because they're not interested in what they can fucking see. They don't give a fuck. And as such, when I was 20 and 30, I didn't give a fuck so much because bones heal. When you hit my age, if I break a fucking leg, I'm gonna be out for fucking months. And it's not for selfish reasons. It's also the fact that I'm a carer. My mum relies upon me. So, if I fuck myself up, then my mum loses her independence and may end up in a nursing home. And my mum, she's getting on, but she's an independent fucking strong woman. And if she got stuck in one of those fucking places, it would make her as miserable as fuck. And I genuinely believe that if she ended up in a nursing home, it would actually hasten the end of her life because she would give up. So, you know, feel free, there's a comment section. Slag me off for not going out in the wind and the rain. Feel fucking free. I don't care. Right, I really should do some shout outs, but the trouble is, I always forget people's fucking names, so I put a big bit of paper down here on the tank with people's names on, and of course, that blew off. So, they're up to no fucking good. If you think I think that's an innocuous white van, no, I can't see the white horse from here. Oh, look at this, summer's on the way. There's a white horse. If you look over there, I don't know if you can see it, if you look over there on that hill, there's a little white horse carved into the chalk. I think that's a modern one. That's not one of the big ones. I will run out to Uffington and show you the big fucker. And also Uffington Castle. Again, it's kind of interesting, Uffington Castle, because if you go on Google and look for Kate Bush, her video to cloud busting, and it's on this really steep fucking hill, and that was filmed just round here. I mean, there's loads of music videos have been filmed round here. The KLF, one of their earlier ones, the Doctoring the TARDIS, that one that used the Doctor Who mixed with Gary Glitter. So you won't see that often, but you can, it's on YouTube. And that again was filmed round here. Oh, that's turning off cold now. Hey, quite old fucking pubs, aren't they? The Barbary Inn. But yeah, so this is the Marlborough Downs. And they go for fucking miles. I mean, that was only just into them, but you can go another sort of 20-30 miles and it's more of the same. These rolling... The fucking hell are you doing, you idiot? Yourself, mate, there's a dickhead up there. If you come up here on a Monday or Tuesday, averaging, you'll see 2 cars in hedges with the old police aware stickers on them. Because it's the local farmhands lose it, coming back from the pubs. I shouldn't laugh, but it's a usual sight. Drink driving in this neck of the woods is still a problem due to the fact that the farmhands and they go out and get absolutely fucking bladdered. And then drive. But generally they only wipe themselves out. Here we go. Welcome to Swindon. Fuck you! So, technically, we're in Swindon now. And yet, look at this. Fucking superb. I don't know how much of this you can hear. I know the wind noise is kind of quite bad at the moment. I'm going to pull over in a minute because I can't feel my hand anymore. And I want to pull over because there's quite an amazing view up here. There we go, the old... Right. Now, when I say our weather system is a bit unusual in Swindon, here it kind of demonstrates it. You see this big ring of hills, and they go around the whole outside of us, and we're in this dip. You can see us. We're in the donut. That's Swindon right there. If you look in the far distance, you can see two tower blocks. From here, they look like they're about an inch apart. That's Pen Hill. So you come over, you see that single tower block. That's roughly where I live in Pinehurst, which is another council estate. It's a shithole. But yeah, you can see there the M4 crossing over. That basically runs from South Wales that way across to London up there. So this is... just shows you the actual topographical layout of Swindon, and why when we get bad weather and low cloud, it sits in this fucking dip. So people can look at the weather reports for our local area and go, well, it's nice, and we're like, well, fucking ain't here. Well, yeah, so there you go. I said there you go, fuck's sakes. But that just shows the layout of our town. Right, I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna do this without getting fucking. The fuck? It's a bit hard pulling out of here. There we go. Oh, steamy visor, right? There we go. Ah, apparently the bike won't start in gear. I thought that was unheard of. There we go, dropping down the hill. Hey! I would do a hands-off thing, but I need new steering. My steering head bearings are a bit worn. And I don't have a steering stabilizer, so it's something that it needs doing. I know. It will be getting done. As soon as I can find a reliable source for the bearings that's not knock-off Chinese fucking bearings, frankly. Because this is a heavy bike and I'm a fucking heavy boy. So, you know, Chinese knock-off bearings are not going to cut it. Oh. Nice little cottage there. I bet that was nice before the fucking road went in. But yeah, this is wrought on. And shall we go at the Barbary? No, actually I'm fucking freezing cold. Just let the bike take the slack. That used to be the bike. That used to be the biker pub, the Fox and Hound there. Long time ago. I'm going back 25 years to Brunel MCC. Are there any Brunel boys still out there? You won't remember me. I was an annoying little 16-year-old back then. I went on the rallies, but I didn't have my own bike back then. So no, we're right. We're going. Barbary Castle. That isn't the most misleading name ever. It's actually a Neolithic hill fort. So it's basically some muddy banks. There's not actually a castle up there. It's near where I go shooting. I will show you it at some point, but not today. Coming up here, we are literally just about to cross the M4 again, and we go up to the older part. Actually, I'll show you the old biker pub. That'll be interesting. Friggin' wind! Woohoo! Fingers! Hopefully the camera's still fucking recording. I forgot to charge the remote control, like a twat. Oops. I thought the line was further on. Naughty me. We're crossing over what used to be the old railway. Long gone. It was one of the ones that went back in this country. A guy called Dr. Beeching decided to remove probably 1 million miles of track that were underused. So this here is the remnant of that system. So right there, if you stop, that is, we are right on top of the railway bridge right now. Fucking hell. Someone nearly got fucking splattered, didn't they? Fuck, that van was in the wrong. And not often I stick up for fucking cyclists, but fuck me, that guy, lucky he had his wits about him. Now, bit of local history again here. Off bus. I'll just pull over here in a minute. Now, 20 years ago, this was the local biker pub, and this was the pub I used to drink in. Now if you look there, established in the reign of King Henry VIII. Now that is actually true. Not this part of the pub. This is a Victorian edition. But if you look back here, you can see original parts of the pub, which were originally, this was a coaching house, which meant that if you're on the coach from London to Bath, you would actually come here, and this would be one of the places you would be able to stop and change horses. Now, when it was a pub, we did get down in the cellars, and in the cellars there was a pair of old iron hooks on the wall, and what they were actually for was for muskets. Back when you used to have the King's Guards here actually guarding the coach house, because the coaches carried money, and especially in these regions they were easy targets. So in the actual main body of the pub, which I don't think I can get in, is the there's a back wall. Sorry, I'm talking to the camera, sorry. And there's a back wall there, which is part of the original 15th century building. Now over here, we can see up there, this is commonly known as the Corn Exchange. And what it actually is, this is the original town council of Swindon. And as you can see, our beloved council has allowed it to fall apart. But this is the original town council building. Now underneath at the back is a section called the LOCARNO. Now that was also shows social history, where a lot of, like, my parents used to drink when they were younger, and a lot of people in town, if you're sort of 40, 50 years old, then the chances are your parents met in that place. So, but for that building, you would not be here. And it's kind of sad to see it in that state. But that's what happens in this town, unfortunately. There is no onus put on history at all. Now, this is Old Town, or the Old Town. Now these rather impressive gates here originally led to a big manor house that was on the plot there, and it was called the Goddard Mansions. Now if you look up there, there's a big old pub there called the Goddard Arms. Now the Goddard family were the High Lords of Swindon, and they basically owned everything you can see. Now there are tunnels that run, I know they run from here, there are tunnels that run under here, they run all underneath all this. Now rumour has it they run to the Goddard Mansion. and they were where he used to run supplies to the pubs and that without being seen. So obviously the Goddard Mansion was pulled down back in the 1960s. Yet again, more local history wiped out. And I'd like to say that we learn from our mistakes, but we don't. As you can see, more stuff falling down. But yeah, this was back in the day. We used to bring the motorcycles through here, and there's photographs of all the, this is all new in there, but there's photographs of all the motorcycles lined up along there, and they used to run in and out of here via the drop curb. Oh, I can have a sneaky look inside. I'm going to be naughty, I'm going to have a quick look. There you go. But yeah, all the bars been ripped out. But that was our pub. So there you go. But there's no, where it says dates back to Henry VIII, that's not one of those bullshit claims. It is actually the original coaching house from that era. So, oh. Right, so if I can pull out of here without being wiped out. Now this here, it says Little London Court. Originally this whole area was called Little London, and it was where the scum from London came to live. And some of these cottages are some of the oldest in Swindon. And the rumour has it that all the sewage, there was no sewers back then. So all the sewage used to run down this hill, and of course the wealthy used to live down this end, so they used to get pissed off. Oh fuck me, you're pulling in there, I wouldn't have fucking known. Oh, we're going to go across the magic roundabout in a minute. Yay! Maybe we get through. Lights don't change on us. No, they're through. Alright, so Swindon's infamous magic roundabout. Now, there are many ways to navigate the magic. Idiots go to the middle. Locals go around the outside because it's quicker. But as you know, I'm in England, so we drive on, as you can see, the left-hand side of the road, which means that we go round roundabouts clockwise. However, this middle roundabout, the rules change, so we go clockwise. Whee! Now, and no one, you'll notice no one hardly indicates. So it is a roundabout, but no one fucking indicates, and then gets all pissed off because no one seems to know where the fuck they're going. Football ground, yawn. Hey, if you can watch football, more power to you. Sorry, thinking of the Americans then. Soccer. Not supposed to be on that, are you? Supposed to be fucking walking. Fucking cyclists. Still green. Fucking brain dead. Move your fucking ass. Fuck's sakes. My hands, so cold. Our bike's out today, that's good to see. But I say this is the best day we've had this year. Another roundabout that gets really slick with diesel, another one you have to really kind of be a little gingerly with it. You can kind of see it. No feet, no feet, no feet, no feet. That would be neutral then. Well, I'm going to sign off there. And again, to my 101 subscribers, thank you all. I'm absolutely made up. But I am going to leave it there because I know that a few of you frankly look a bit sex pesty, and I don't want you knowing where I live because, you know, I don't want soiled underpants pushed through my letterbox. What the fuck are you doing, woman? So I'm going to say, oh fuck, rubbish. I'm going to sign off there. But thank you all. Thank you all. Take care. SWINETOWN Swine, signing off. Meep. Supposed to fucking stop! The fuck? Place to stand, great.